kid, ASEC Dinsing III dreamed to be the President of the Philippines. But even if did not happen yet, he still managed to serve and love our country. So good morning, ASEC. We were so inspired for your story, what you shared about Boracay this morning. But going back, we want to know how you made it to be in this position. Can you share with us your childhood?
Well, I'm the seventh of a family of 11 children. So just imagine.
11 children?
11 children. Just,
wow, welcome to the club.
just imagine the type of work that my father has been doing. No? Making sure that all of us graduate college.
Oh,
and he was very successful. All of us finished college. All 11 of us are already professionals. When we all graduated in college, it's where he stopped working in our behalf. So on my side, because after graduating college, we're already on our own, we really have to be focused on what we're doing. And it's just a good thing that I know what I wanted to become.
How you became so studious when you were a kid?
Well, I was not really studious. I would
2 degrees, come on.
Well, I would think that I just have a passion for learning. So I wanted to learn a lot of things. As I mentioned, part of it was really not only learning academically, but learning things from other people. And you know, the secret was, when I started working, first as a professor at the De La Salle University, and eventually in a lot of business institutions, my partner, I'm always side by side with an old person, somebody who is in his senior age, late 50s, early 60s, some are in the 70s, and I took the burden, quote unquote burden, of always listening to their stories. You know how old people are, no? They
That's
always
why you're
tell
besides me now?
so they tell a lot of stories, and I keenly listen, no? Because as they say, sometimes you learn your lesson out of actual experience. In this case, I learned my lesson not committing a mistake by learning other people's mistake. So when they tell me those stories, I became careful about the things that I do, because some people, the old ones specifically, have already told me their experience. So I was able to veer away from those mistakes and not committing them via experience. So that was really the secret.
What was your dream job?
I'll tell you, when I was in high school, I was Corps Commander. No? We don't have any student council at the time, but the Corps Commander of the CAT, the Citizens Army Training, seemed to be the leader of the school. So I was Corps Commander. Well, to tell you very honestly, when I was in high school naman I wanted to become President of the Philippines.
Talaga?
When I was in high
my
school.
God. That's
But when reality came into the picture, sabi ko hindi pwede, hindi kaya. But of course, there's nothing wrong dreaming at the time. But when reality sets in, well, I'm not rich, especially at the time when we were schooling. Yung alam mo, very limited lang yung aming yung tama lang sa amin. In fact, I remember when I was in 3rd year and 4th year high school, dahil marami kaming nag-aaral, yung mga mas matanda kong kapatid nagka-college, I would have my yung sapatos ko may butas, nabubutas. So ang ginagawa ko dun sa butas, kasi hindi nga ako magpabili ng sapatos, nilalagyan ko ng karton, tapos kinukulayan ko ng black na pentel pen. So pag gumanon ako, hindi halata na butas. So ginagawa ko yun noon, just to make sure that teamwork kasi kami. Marami kayong nag-aaral at the time, college lang, malaki ang tuition. So hindi ako yung type na nangihingi lang.
But did you ever feel insecurities when you were in especially high school?
Sa totoo lang, hindi. Kasi I don't compete with anybody else. I simply compete with myself. I know what I want, and when I go out of the world to achieve things, I don't compete with anybody else. I simply compete with myself. If I fail, then I failed myself. If I become successful, I'm successful vis-a-vis myself.
From a private sector, what made you change to go to government?
Well, to be honest with you, when we campaigned for President Duterte and he won, I said it was an opportunity for me to help government, because I really have 100% support and confidence that President Duterte will do good. He's an honest guy, sincere guy. The fact that I've learned that he said no to a lot of donations from private sector or large entities is already something that you can say na talagang hindi siya diktado ng mga malalaking negosyo. Second, he has a very simple life. He has a very simple life. Yun ang gusto ko sa kanya. In fact, ako rin ganun. That's why to some extent, I see myself with him. Mind you, I still ride the MRT. You know why? Because it keeps me near the people.
Yes.
It keeps me on the ground. Because a lot of people who got appointed in government, especially in high positions, nagbabago na yung pag-uugali. Nagiging mayabang na.
So, can you describe the Philippine government right now?
Right now, yung tinatawag nating genuine change, it's only started right now. For many years, the government, despite the fact that they have enough funds, have failed to uplift the poverty incidence in our country.
So what we should do, Filipinos, in order to unite together?
Well, we have to put our cards to President Duterte today. I would think that President Duterte, we're used to, at least some of those who are luxurious leaders, are used to have decent leaders. We have President Duterte. He may not be decent in what he says, but at the end of the day, the question is whether he delivers or not. And he has been delivering on his promise. Let's continue to support him and give him the necessary moral support so that he can continue to do genuine changes in our country.
How fulfilled are you?
Right now, I'm fulfilled because wala akong stress.
Malagay mo?
Despite the last 2 years, how heavy my schedule was, the traveling, the speaking to the Filipino people in the areas.
Yes.
Hindi naman ako na-stress. Masaya. Ibang feeling na ibang feeling na naglilingkod sa bayan, ha. It's the first time I felt this one, and for the first time in my life, I did not, despite the work, I have less stress. In fact, I'm 10 to 15 pounds lighter.
You think your parents are very proud where you are now?
I'll tell you frankly, before, my father always discouraged me to enter government. But when I decided to enter government, the last 2 years, he has been spreading out that I am his son, including my mom.
Ay, galing. Well, thank you very much,
Salamat
our
po.
future president. You
In
mentioned
my
that.
dreams.
Every success has its struggles. Every dream has its trials and tests. Listen to their stories, because if they did it, you can also be called self-made.